Hey everybody, welcome to MSOM601, Problem Solving and Critical Thinking. Coming to you today, this is the 21st of December 2014 from Sydney, Australia. Behind me is the iconic, I'm going to try and move this around without getting you seasick. That is the iconic Opera House in Sydney, and that's the Sydney Bridge. And then if I spin it over a little bit, you'll see the Celebrity Solstice, which is the ship that we came in on from New Zealand this morning. Just a lovely place to be. Special shout out to a fellow classmate of yours, Luke Vine, a native Aussie. So, Luke, good day, mate. And again, just a lovely place in the world if you ever have a chance. I'm having to hold this up today, so sorry for the camera shake. It's a little windy here in the harbor in Sydney today. So anyway, hope you all had a wonderful Christmas and a great break. And for those of you who are new to the program, welcome. One of the things you'll find, I travel a lot, but one of the things that I also kind of stake my teaching on is that I stay connected regardless of where I am in the world. And so I like to do these videos from different places in the world, and hopefully you find them beneficial and interesting as well. So this, if this is your first class in the MSOM program, welcome again. I also have special things that I do for the brand new students. I make an offer to you where we can spend an hour or two, or as long as you need, to get used to the navigation in the course. So if you're interested in doing that, I will set up appointment schedules for you, and just sign up for one of those appointments and make sure you're next to your computer, and we'll walk through the course, the navigation, and hopefully answer a lot of the questions that you may have about not only the course but expectations, online navigation. I also find that about half of our master's students have never had an online class before. And so don't let that shake you up. My job is to make sure that it becomes as easy for you as email. And so we'll do that and just make sure that you get connected. Well, this course is a really interesting one. It's the favorite one that I teach. I actually created this course about 3 years ago around a couple of different concepts. And certainly critical thinking and problem solving are in short supply in business today. And so I had a real passion for this back when I was in the corporate world. I didn't necessarily say, hey, please find me a new accountant or find me a marketer. I'd always say, find me someone who can solve problems. Find me someone who can think critically about different situations. And so out of that came this course. And one of the things that you'll notice in this course right off the bat is it's centered upon a story. It's a story called Now You're Thinking. And it's a story called Amina's story. And Amina is a young Iraqi girl who finds a savior, if you will, in the Marines by the name of Kevin Gerard. And Kevin used a lot of different people, used a lot of different resources, not only in Iraq, but here in the United States, to help save the life of this young lady. It's a very compelling story. Had a chance to meet Kevin a couple of years ago, and some of my master's students had a chance to meet him as well. He came over and spoke to us about this story. So we're going to be living with this story for 7 weeks, and it will also be the basis for your course project. And so I would encourage you to fall in love with the story the same way that I did. This is all going to start in week 1, by the way, with an assessment. And if you've had a class with me before, you know that the very first week I have you do a personal assessment. And I'll send you to an outside evaluation tool. And in this one, you're going to determine your thinking style. Each one of us may have a different thinking style. One is not better than the other. They're just different. For example, I have an analytical thinking style, and I now know, 25 years later, that people who have an open-minded thinking style come up in conflict with my analytical thinking style sometime. And if I'd have known that 25 years ago, I sure could have saved a heck of a lot of time in meetings, not getting mad at the person across the table from me. And so you're going to be taking that assessment. um, and talking about that a little bit. So the first case study that you will be doing is a case study all about you, which is a kind of a unique approach. Let me also mention right now that any case study or any assignment or any written work that you do for me outside of the discussion boards need to be written in paper format. Now, by that I mean it needs to have a cover page, needs to have an introduction, needs to have body headings, needs to have a conclusion section, and needs to have references for all of your outside resources that you are going to learn to love, and you'll find those at the CSU online library. I have some tutorials already set up for those. Um, and so every paper that you write needs to follow that format. I've also given you a sample APA document paper in the a sample APA paper in the doc sharing section of the course. So you'll also see those things there. A couple of things too, just as far as introduction, I want to make sure that you also, every time you log into the course, you look at the announcements. I tend to make quite a few announcements each week. I'll also do one of these videos each week to kind of review the prior week and then preview the upcoming week. So hopefully those will be helpful for you as well. Let's see, what else is there? Oh, the week one, you have a discussion board. Discussion boards, I want to make sure that in all the discussion boards that you post your initial post early in the week. And then each discussion board has to have one initial post and 2 response posts. Please don't wait till Sunday to do that, because it's really hard to get into a discussion if you post things the very last night, because no one's going to see them. I'll see them, but I'm not the one that you should be discussing with. It should be your fellow classmates. So make sure that you post those early in the week. This week you're going to be giving an introduction. Even if you've have a lot of the same students from a prior class, there are also some new ones here as well. So I would encourage you to be very detailed on that and to make sure that you focus on doing that, because again, who knows, you may be working together at some point in time in the future. Let's see, what else can I say? Well, that's probably a pretty good start this week. I would encourage, if you are new to the class, to set up those appointments. Again, I'll send some additional information out on those, and we'll be able to spend some time together walking through the course. Even if this is your second course and you just want some refreshers or just want to chat with me for whatever wild reason you have, I would love to do that as well. If I happen to be traveling, like right now, I think I'm 18 hours different than you are, we'll make sure that we have time to chat. I think the ship is leaving. So make sure you do that. Again, my key is, even though I'm probably 10,000 miles away from you right now, I want to make sure that we don't feel like we're distant. And so I want to make sure that we are very, very connected. So again, I hope you all had a Merry Christmas. I look forward to the next 7 weeks together. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or anything, best way to do it, bounce me an email first. And then I'll make sure that I get in touch with you as quickly as I can. Normally, it'll be same day, just depending on time zones and different things. So, again, hope you have a great 7 weeks, and I look forward to spending time with you, talking about Ominous Story and talking about problem solving and critical thinking. Thanks so much. Talk to you soon.